Any questions you would like to ask?
Maharaji, I have a question from retired satsangis in California. A husband and wife have the same question, and I will read, if with your permission, the question from the husband and then the question from the wife.
Most welcome.
Thank you. The husband asks, if we have no free will, why do we have such heavy karmic load to pay? And then the wife asks, why do we have to suffer for acts committed when we have no free will to commit that act?
We have to suffer because we have no free will. We act because we have no free will. Suffering also is not due to free will. Sowing seed is also not due to free will. You see, if soul is an essence of that divine ocean, divine Lord, it's always yearning to go back to the Father. It has no other attachment but the Lord. It is due to the association of the mind that its tendency is towards this creation. Temptation is towards this creation. So mind starts dominating on the soul. And mind is dominated by the soul, so mind do all this crime, all these acts, and soul has to suffer for it. It's the Lord's design to run this play. That is why mystics called it play. That is His design, His play, His creation. If we analyze it right from the beginning, we have no free will to be part of this creation. We were never consulted at the time of separating ourselves from the Father and becoming a part of this creation. We have been sent from there to this creation. We have been forced to take the association of the mind. And now we have become helpless. And now we have to pay due to the, attachment of our mind to this creation. So right from the beginning we have no free will at all. We cannot select our parents. We cannot select our environments. We cannot select our schooling, our friends, our childhood environments in which we have been brought up, the way our mind is conditioned to think, to act. All our actions are accordingly. And then we have to suffer for that. So even for suffering we have no free will. Even for sowing seed, I say we have no free will. And now even for going back to the Father we have no free will. Unless He pulls us from there, unless He puts that seed of love and devotion in us and pulls us from within and gives us the ways and means to reach Him, we cannot go back even to Him. Even that is also in His hand. So even in that we have no free will. Where is our free will? It's very difficult for us to understand and analyze this at this level. He knows best who has created this creation, who has made these laws and bylaws, how this creation is to continue, why this creation is to continue, why we have to go through all this suffering, all through misery. There is no answer to these questions at all. No matter how much you think, how much you try to understand, we will not be able to solve these questions at all. Because everything is in His hand.
Maharaji, may I ask a question?
Please, please.
A number of years ago, I read a newsletter which had a letter in it that a disciple had written to you and that you had given permission to be published in the newsletter. What my question is about what this letter spoke of. It was a person describing their internal experiences, and some of them were very beautiful and some were very unusual. And one of the things that the person said was that she was shown the method of human birth. And I wondered, from a spiritual standpoint of view, what is the method of human birth? That's my first question.
Message of human birth?
The method.
Message.
The method, the way in which human birth occurs from a spiritual standpoint.
Method. Unless, sister, I read the letter and read his letter to which that answer has been given, I can't analyze all that.
The other question I have is that in the letter, the person says that each of the satsangi's soul is connected to the inner master as if by a string. And that when the master wants the disciple to progress on the path, that he pulls this string and that the disciple starts to progress. I wonder what determines which disciple then will be pulled to progress on the path.
That is all in his hand. Everybody has individual karmas. You can't generalize these things. When any soul is initiated, the master takes control, or say the string of that person's in his hand. He becomes responsible to take that soul back to the level of the Father. He only lets that soul go astray as long as he wants that soul to go astray. When he wants to pull it back, it won't take him any time to pull that soul back.
And lastly, I want to say that I'm very pleased to see Professor here. I thought he had retired. And it was very nice.
I don't know the definition of retiring. In our institution, there's only one retirement. There are no two retirements. And that retirement everybody notices. We don't have to inform anybody.
I hope I have an early retirement someday. And thank you.
And that retirement is not in our hand, that is in his hand. So till then we are all puppets in his hand.
And thank you to the management for everything that they have done.
Oh, you're
so
most welcome.
organized.
Most welcome.
Thank
sister.
you. Sorry.
Maharaji, is there a karmic amount to be assigned for pain? For example, if you go through an event and you change your attitude, is there a karma for a particular amount of suffering, or does the attitude eliminate the karma for the pain?
Attitude definitely eliminates that the intensity of pain. It may become a pinprick.
Just by change of attitude?
Yes. Attitude is the main thing. I give you a little example. If somebody's relation dies, the one who is attached too much to the person, he makes it a life and death question. That is death. Other person accepts his will and take it easy. In both cases, the person has died. One has accepted the facts and have adjusted according to the events of life. Other person has refused to accept the facts, doesn't want to adjust to the situation. He is the one to suffer.
So the mind can assist an individual.
Mind assists a lot. Mind suffers, mind helps us to face the suffering and to eliminate the suffering. And mind can only be subdued by meditation, can only be trained by meditation. Only meditation can make our mind, create strong willpower in our mind. But we can change our attitude, which has to face those events of trouble or events of life. We can adjust to those events of life. Happiness lies in adjusting to the events of life The events of life are not going to adjust according to our likings. They will go on in the same circle. And we have to go on changing according to the change. That is the only safety we can have to keep the balance. I often give an example. Now look at the weather. Winter comes, summer comes. We cannot stop the cycle of winter and summer. In winter it becomes very, very cold. But if we have warm clothes, heater, so many other things to keep us warm, winter will pass. I will be happy to face the winter. And when the summer comes, it becomes very, very warm. Temperature rises very high. But if we adjust according to the weather, we have air conditioner, or ice in the room, or so many other things you see, which makes us comfortable, and even in such warm weather, the summer will pass. Now we cannot change the weather, cycle of weather, but we have adjusted according to the events of the weather. So it depends upon our attitude to the events. And this attitude we can only change by meditation. Meditation makes our willpower very strong, that we can go through ups and downs of our life without losing much of our balance. But we cannot change the ups and downs of our life. They have to come and go.
Thank you. First, a friend of mine living in London has said me to thank you for your grace. Second, my question is the time destined when our desires, our attachments leave us?
No, a lot depends upon us also. We have to train our mind to detach from those desires by giving time to meditation, by coloring our mind in Shabad and Naam, dyeing our mind in Shabad and Naam, by changing the tendency of the mind inward and upward.
Maharaji, I have passed a dry period, a bad period, those last months. So sometimes I lose heart, I lose my balance. So please help me.
Brother, we all go through such cycles. You see, sun rises every day in the morning. Sometimes to see it, sometimes you don't see the sun at all. Sometimes to relish the warmth of the sun, sometimes you can't stand the warmth of that sun. It becomes a heat. And sometimes cloud comes. Sometimes absolutely it becomes dark due to thick black clouds. In spite of that, sun is there at the back. So due to our past karmas, we have to pass through so many thick layers of our karmas. But we shouldn't lose balance. We should have faith in Him and try to face it as it comes.
Thank you.
Maharaj?
Yes.
This is a question from my brother. He is not initiated, but he has faith in the Master. One day when he was praying, he received inside 5 names. And he wants to know if this name came from the positive or from the negative power.
Is he Satsangi?
No, he's not Satsangi.
And what has she to do with the names?
What?
What has she to do with these names when she is not Satsangi?
He wants to meditate.
How does he know the names?
How? I'm sorry, because my English is not very good.
Because you say she is not Satsangi.
Yes.
She doesn't know the technique of even doing meditation.
No.
The names won't help her at all in any way.
Okay, thank you.
It's not the names which helps us. It is the person who has given us the names who is supporting us. A bullet, if comes through the gun, it's effective. If you throw it with the hand, it has no effect at all. It's the same bullet. That is why Christ said, my Father has stamped me, that He has authorized me to put you on the path, to share this spirituality. That stamp is very essential. You see, now, judge also has the same qualification. A liar also has the same qualification. Only judgment of the judge will be held. A liar writes 100 judgments, nobody bothers about the judgment. He is not authorized to give the judgment. He has not been appointed to give the judgment. He may be knowing how to write a judgment, that's not the question.
Thank you.
Hello, Maharaji. I have a question about meditation, and sometimes I can't visualize the form of the Master, and also there are times when I can't feel the presence of the Master. Is it all right at those times to just make believe that the Master is there? And yes.
Brother, we should always give ourselves the feeling that we are doing similar in the presence of the Master within. He is always there, and we should have the feeling that He is always there. And keeping Him there, we should do the similar.
I think I've got it. It just whether sometimes it doesn't feel like He is there, it sounds like what you're saying is that it's all right to believe, even just make up in your mind that He is there. Is that correct? Good. Thank you very much.
Have you got a mic near about? You can come near the mic. I'll be able to hear better. Mic is not. Thank you.
Maharaji,
Yeah?
as a seeker, what advice do you have for practicing meditation as regards to the positive and the negative sides?
Meditation has no negative effect at all. I don't know what is your definition of negative.
Well, at times when you sit for meditation, being a seeker, you can only go with the basic concept of the theory. Because with a Sansatsi you have the 5 names. With a seeker you don't get the 5 names until you've been initiated. But as a Westerner I find meditation new and wonder what's the best advice for a seeker.
Well, brother, by meditation we don't mean meditation by a seeker.
Right.
Meditation we mean one who has been initiated. That is meditation.
Right.
And its effect is always positive. He feels the bliss and peace within himself. He feels himself aloof from others. He starts feeling detached from others. He starts feeling contentment within himself. These are the effects of meditation. Then there are so many experiences of meditation.
Thank you.
By meditation we don't mean by non-initiate. I always advise them that they should try to read books, attend meetings, and make as much inquiry as possible. Even if they spend 10 and 20 years satisfying themselves, it's not time lost, it's time gained. They're trying to build on a rock, not on a sand. Foundation should always be very, very strong. A real meditation starts after initiation. Otherwise, any exercise towards meditation is okay. But that you can't call it a meditation.
Thank you.
Maharaji Master, in a story you gave us a while in one of the editions, you mentioned the drowning disciple and how he had to refused the help of his guru's guru.
Probably it is by professor. Anyway,
Or-
it is by Swamiji in some books, in his books.
Anyway, then he had to wait for his help from his own guru.
That's right.
But you also teach us that all gurus are one.
Yes.
I don't understand why he had to wait.
Because all gurus are one. Once he knows his own guru, then they all become one for him.
So why couldn't he take the help of his guru's guru?
How does he know that he is his guru's guru or who he is? He will only recognize guru's guru through his own master.
All right.
Otherwise, how does he know which entity can claim anything from him?
So he didn't recognize the guru's guru as being the person he thought
You
he
see,
should.
his association is only with his own guru.
Thank you, Master.
And even if he wants to know his predecessors, he has to know them through his own guru, not independent of his own guru. How would he know about them without his own guru? His faith is first in his own guru.
Thank you, Master.
Master, I've heard it said that there are over 1 million disciples, over 1 million satsangis in the world today. My question is, why has the Father been so merciful, so kind to us today? Why are we so lucky?
You can ask the Father.
I thought I was asking him.
Are you jealous of your brothers or what?
I'm very grateful, Master.
Then let us be grateful to him. He knows best his job. We can't question him. I don't know about 1 million, but still there are a lot of satsangis.
Thank you, Master.
Maharaji, I'm a seeker. If I had to initiate in my own country,
Because we have ways and means to initiate people there.
so I'm sure that you don't have any problem to reach me. But what happened to if my blocks and mental, emotional, physical blocks that I doubt that I'm capable of receiving you.
You should capable of.
Okay, my question is now, if I had to initiate in my country, then I'm sure that you don't have any problem to reach me.
Yes.
But because of my physical, mental, or emotional blocks, that I doubt that I'm capable of receiving you. But if I can receive you, then without your physical contact, then can I receive other dead masters or God directly?
Because your master is still in the flesh. Other masters are not in the flesh at a time. That's the only difference.
Uh-huh. And my one other question is, once the soul is marked, then is there any matter of which living masters? And is there any true living masters in the same time?
If you are marked, you are always marked for a particular master. You will automatically be drawn to that particular master.
Mm-hmm. Thank you very much.
Master, seems there's a tendency more and more to work in the world just enough to make enough money for an airline ticket to come back to Delhi or Bombay. I'm wondering if you could speak to us about how much effort should we be to be very successful in the world?
What is your concept of successful in the world? From what point of view?
Success in the worldly point of view, I mean free of debt, free of obligations. There's karmas there, certainly, but...
Well, brother, I won't advise anybody coming having debts to India, without discharging their responsibility or ignoring their responsibilities and obligations and running to Delhi. That's not my concept of a satsangi.
Thank you.
He has to live in this world, he has to discharge his responsibility and his obligations, and he has to stand in his own legs. He has not to depend upon anybody, and he should not be under debt to anybody. And doing all that, he's always welcome.
Thank you.
That doesn't mean that he should ignore all his responsibilities and run to Delhi. That's not right.
Thank you.
Effort. Effort from number one, and steadfast on the principles of Sant Mat is very, very essential. We try to ignore that, we try to ignore the foundation, and without foundation we try to build a building which doesn't last, which has no foundation at all. We compromise with all the principles of Sant Mat, and we try to sit in meditation and we don't make any progress at all. Foundation must be very, very, very strong. We should not compromise with this principle under any circumstances. And build over it. There's no reason why should we not get results. His grace is always there.
Good morning, Maharaji.
Yes, please.
We have a problem in the United States. We do not have a background of vegetarianism. And when we join the path, we are careful to tell our relatives and our friends about it. And we even have some restaurants which call themselves vegetarian. And in the course of dining with friends or relatives or going out, we suddenly discover that a very simple food like sour cream has gelatin in it. And sometimes someone puts eggs in vegetarian foods and so on. My question is, we have gone in good faith that these people know what they're doing, but we have been misled.
I understand your problem.
Do we have an obligation?
The main thing is that we should try to take all the precautions what we can. Our intention is to remain vegetarian. But if there is any slip, it is not our fault. He will take care of it. Our intention should not be to compromise with these things or find excuses to yield to these temptations. Still, many mishaps can come without knowing it. That Lord will take care of it.
He can take care of it for us. Thank you, Father.
Maharaji, seeing we have no free will, how can we know when we have neglected our obligations to come here to Delhi to see you?
Ask your conscience. It will tell you. Don't shut yourself. Don't ignore it. Ask your conscience. It will definitely guide you, definitely tell you.
That's
Master, the path has begun to frighten me very much. And when I sit to meditation, I become terrified. And so I find myself avoiding meditation because I become so afraid. and I don't know what to do with this.
Sister, what frightens you? Something of unknown going to the unknown world, or the darkness, or what?
So it's like a fear of being overwhelmed.
By whom?
You.
And what is the problem? Ultimately, we have to be overwhelmed by the Father.
I'm so afraid.
How can a drop be afraid to plunge into the sea?
I don't know.
When you attend to meditation and you start enjoying the meditation, all these fears fade out. Then there's a joy and a peace and contentment within the soul, and it looks forward and forward always.
Okay.
These are the worldly attachments which creates those fear. If I get attached to meditation, what will happen to my that friend, what will happen to my that friend, and what will happen to my that relation? And I may not be ignored. You see, these are the fears which come in our way. Worldly attachments.
Okay. So
We like to be possessed by them, and not by the Master or the Father. That shows how much we are attached to this creation. An object of meditation is to detach ourselves from these faces and objects. That fear automatically will go.
Thank you.
I have three questions, please. There is done so much vivisection in the Western science. In experience, animals are cut up while still alive and feeling. How can it ever be for the sake of the human beings to torment other beings?
Just a minute. Just repeat your question slowly again, please. Repeat it again.
How can it ever be for the sake of the human beings to torment other beings?
You mean, how can a man torture another man? That's what you mean to say?
Yes. Or a man, an animal.
Or man, an animal?
Yes.
It is in this world, everybody, there's a struggle for existence. Yeah, we are all cutting each other's throat. You take right from the insects. The bigger insects eats them. Fish eats all the insects in the water. Whale eats all the fishes, and so on. And on the earth, ground, lion eats everybody. Man kills even the lion. And we are all bloodthirsty. Humans are bloodthirsty of each other, cutting each other's throats. Struggle for existence. God has created creation such. There never has been a peace in this world. They were always fighting with each other. What for? Nobody has still been able to know what for. Ego. This is mine. This is mine. This is mine. And yet, these things never belong to them. They never went with them. They are still here. The same land which Alexander wanted to make his still exists, but Alexander doesn't exist. Hitler wanted to conquer the whole Europe. He is not here, the Europe is still here. This is possession, ego, attachment, which makes us kill each other. Struggle for existence, struggle for possession. If we realize everything belongs to Him, nothing belongs to us, we will not even hurt anybody. Then we see the Lord is within every one of us. As Christ said, love thy neighbor. Whole creation becomes our neighbor. We see Him everywhere in this creation. Guru Nanak says, if the love and devotion for the Father comes in you, then the whole creation becomes your one family. Then you will have same love for the whole creation as you have a love for your own limited family. That you will see in every one that Lord. As long as ego is there, Attachment is there. We can't cease cutting each other's throat. We have been fighting. There can be no peace in this creation at all, no matter what we do. There may be 100 UNOs may come and go. They cannot eliminate ego from a man. First they used to fight with hands, then with sticks, then with spears, then with swords, then with guns, and then with tanks, and now with bombs. But still we are fighting. What for? Nobody has been able to know. What for? What will they gain after that? Nobody knows. It is ego. Same ego makes us kill the animals for our food. Same ego makes us kill each other. We just want excuses to kill each other. This belongs Muslim, this belongs the Hindu, this belongs the Sikh, this belongs the Christian. He has no right to exist, he has no right to exist. We are becoming bloodthirsty. Yet nobody gains anything in this creation. They come and go. Creation still exists. There's no answer to why. It's only ego. So unless we eliminate ego from within ourselves, there can be no peace in this world. We can have peace within ourselves, but we cannot create peace in the world. We can pick up thorns. We cannot pick the thorns of the world, but we can definitely wear shoes, not to be affected by them. We can arise above these things, but we cannot stop people from killing each other.
Then it is not okay to do cruel experiments on animals for the sake of the humans.
I say, even humans are cutting each other's throats. What to say of animals? How long? Who will you stop? Everybody is killing each other. All this creation is such. That is why saints say this world place is not worth living for you. Leave this creation. This place is not much worth for you at all, worth for your living. You should go back to the Father. You will not find peace in this creation at all. Nobody knows who kills whom, when, where, how. Nobody knows.
St. Martin called the science of the soul, and in the West only those systems are definited as science which are possible to be falsificated. How can your teachings be falsificated?
You see, by our concept of science is which can be experimented. Science means which can be experimented. Human body is a laboratory, and we have to experiment to withdraw the soul from the body to the level of the Father. So it's known as a science.
But when there is a wrong teaching or only a wrong understanding at the Sudashab Yoga, how can we find out?
Whatever it is, but this is a science. We should give it a fair trial to it. Then you can call it wrong.
Should try.
Why? Without trying any formula, how can we label it as a wrong?
Thank you very much.
Maharaj, we are taught to live in the world, but not of it. Can you tell us more about that?
Sister, we have to live in this world, we can't run away from it. Even if we try to run away, where will we go? Even if you go to a forest, even if you go to a Himalaya, that is also part of the world. What have you gained? Your mind is still attached to this world, attached to your own people. You can't run away from this world at all. You should not be obsessed by it. Live in this world, but don't get obsessed by it. You should have own destination before you. That goal should be before you always, which you have to achieve. Your main object of taking human birth is not to live and enjoy this world, but to achieve that object, that destination for which we have got this human birth.
Thank you.
First of all, I'd like to thank you for the opportunity to come visit you here. And I have two questions.
Please.
When the disciple sees the master and does not necessarily experience a feeling of peace or blissfulness, is this the ego that interferes with that experience?
Brother, there are so many things which are very hard to analyze. Our layer of karmas of the past lives, our own environments in which we have been brought up, the atmosphere in which we have been living, our own shortcomings, our own weaknesses. There are so many things which we can't analyze much.
My second question concerns using the mind. I know that on this path we use the mind in meditation, focus the mind, say on the names. We want to focus the mind more towards an upward direction. Well, my question concerns in this material life, using the mind to achieve certain things that we desire, whether it is visualizing happiness or visualizing ourselves going through a difficult situation, having a certain level of material abundance. Is this using the mind in this kind of way, or even asking the Lord for His help in achieving these things? Is this contrary?
This is not a positive step. Positive step is to attach your mind to something better than what you want to achieve. You will automatically get detached from all these things. Our mind is attached to all these worldly things, worldly ambitions, worldly objects, worldly faces. It refuses to leave them. It's fond of pleasures. It's a certain ambitions in life. But if you same mind, if you attach to something better than these pleasures, it will automatically be detached from all these things. Because only attachment can create detachment. Detachment will never create any attachment in anybody. By explaining your mind, we will not be able to explain the mind at all, no matter what we do.
Thank you.
I feel scared. I've been sitting there trying to decide whether to get up and ask this question, and seems my question's about free will, and it seems to me that I had a choice about whether to get up and ask the question, and yet I'm confused because you said earlier that there's no free will, but you also said that meditation strengthens your willpower, and that sounds to me like a contradiction. I mean, did I have a choice about whether to get up here and ask it?
You see, meditation definitely creates our mind, strengthens our mind, makes our mind strong. It may not be in your hand to attend to meditation, it may be in His hand to give you an opportunity to meditate. But meditation will definitely strengthen your mind.
Well, does that mean that you then...
I said meditation strengthens your mind.
Your mind?
Yes. It makes your mind pure. See, it makes your mind strong.
Uh-huh. I thought you said it's...
Of course, you will only meditate by His grace. if he gives you that environment, if he gives you that pull.
So like all the things that you say that we should do, like we should put forth the effort to meditate,
Yes.
it seems to us like we are making the choice.
But I
we don't
presume, you
really-
see, that his grace is there at the back.
Okay. So it just seems to us from our level that we're choosing to meditate, but really,
His grace is
He's
there at
calling
the
us.
back.
okay.
When he marks, it means he wants us to come back.
Thank you.
Marked souls means that he wants to pull us back to his own level. So he is creating ways and means for us to strengthen our mind. And only meditation can strengthen our mind.
Thank you.
Master. It seems to me, Master, from your definition of predestination and free will, that God must either be a sadist or a masochist.
Well, we have already given him so many names, so he would never mind another couple of names.
Right. And are you God, Master? Are you God?
No, I never claimed it. And I am not.
Right. I've had the impression that you are God.
Your impression can be wrong.
I had that impression from Satsangis. Satsangis.
Never depends
you
on
are God.
anybody's impression. One can be deceived by other people's impressions.
If you are not God, Master, how can you be so sure of the things that you say?
Well, it is not a necessity to become God to say everything.
So, what I say might be as authoritative as what you say.
Christ said, why call me God? You are all God.
Right.
Potentially everyone is God.
Yes,
Every human is God. He has made us on his own image. What does it mean? Potentially every soul is God. It has to develop to become God. It has the potentiality to become God. So everyone is God.
So it is important for us to listen to our inner knowing, to the God within.
Yes, definitely.
Jesus is someone, a master who I have followed for many years, and he has inspired me, and I think he still communicates with me, but he is not in the flesh. If you were to die tomorrow, you would no longer be in the flesh, and all satsangis here would have a problem. They would need to find a new master.
That is not my problem, that's his problem.
Right. Well, his problem would that not be for them to find a new master?
That is his problem, not mine, I said.
Or it could be ours if we were satsangis.
I don't say it's their problem either. It's only his problem.
He will take care of us.
He knows best.
Right.
Well, Bible is very rich in spirituality. You should thoroughly study it. And make a deep study of it. Not a superfluous study. That generally people talk in churches and all that. You hear from the mouth of priests. That is just, I would say, ceremonial study. It needs a very thorough study. You have to go deep into the meaning of the words, though they are not the exact words of Christ. But still, if you try to go deep into it, you will find a treasure of spirituality at the bottom.
Yes, I've found that myself, that many of the things that the church, from the Catholic Church, have told me don't fit with the God within. But a lot of the things that Jesus has said and the way he communicates with me does fit. It always seems to be difficult to work out what fits and what doesn't fit. One of the things he did say was that we are to sort of keep in touch with him, but that there will be people who will come, who will be false prophets. And to be perfectly honest, I came here to seek in genuine openness.
Christ said this to his own disciple. Many may come to deceive you.
Right.
Not to anybody else. He told his own disciples, whom he put on the path, and even they denied him, you know. What to say of what to say of being deceived by other prophets? Even they denied the Christ. You know who betrayed him, who denied him? His most beloved disciple denied him thrice. And his own deceived him. So he wanted to tell them where you all stand. You call me, O ye, God. You call me God. And this is what you are. Read it very thoroughly what it means.
It's just that I thought that I was also...
We try to interpret it what suits us, you see.
What Saul says. Could you repeat that?
I say we try to interpret Bible whatever suits us.
Right. It's just that I thought that my soul, I regarded my soul as being a disciple of Jesus.
It's good to think that. Become his disciple. And unless we practice it, unless we follow it, unless we experience it.
Well, that's what I think I'm trying to do.
Then do it, please. Do it. There's no problem. You'll find the truth.
The question I was going to ask, though, was that if he said that there will, for the disciples, some will come who will say that they are not really his, that they are come as what I think he said, sheep dressed in wolves' clothing or something like that.
Yes, I know.
How are we to tell? How is somebody like me, who is a disciple of Jesus, to tell who these false prophets are?
How would you know who's false and who's right?
I suppose by my inner knowing.
So, what is your criterion to know who's false and who's right?
I'm not sure.
That false prophets do come within us when you will follow his teachings. You will meet so many entities within yourself on your way, on the path, who will try to deceive you, who will try to put you off the path. Even they tempted Christ even. If you have read the Bible, they tempted even Christ within. These are the false prophets which we will meet within ourselves.
So each one that comes along, we just have to
try to understand his teaching, you see.
Right. Thank you.
Not take a superfluous meaning of these words. But his set is about the innermost, inner deities, inner those powers who come in our way. Which try to put us from the path. Which try to tell us that they are the real Christ. And actually they are not. That is referring to his own disciple. He's explaining them. That this is your mind which will project all that. Some may come as Moses, some may come as so many other big prophets. Don't get deceived by them.
Thank you, Master.